Brothers and sisters, viewers out there, good morning. I have come today with another interesting and important episode of our pursuit. We are the youth of the present day, reviewing the documentary of 6 centuries. How do I mean by that? The Bible today is 6th century old. This Bible today is 6th century old. 100 years make up a century, and that is to say that the Bible is 600 years old. 600 years old. That is to say, the generations upon generations upon generations, descendants upon descendants have passed by over these 600 years. The country Nigeria is not even 600 years old. The country America is not even 600 years old. The only oldest country ever is the Biafra. And during the time of political and social reign of the Roman Empire, it looks as if from the Babylonian time to this day, this kingdom has been subjected or being caused to collapse. At the rise of its government in the new era, it was also forced to collapse. And the only history of information concerning the state of Biafra from the beginning can only be found in the Bible on a critical and careful study. I took my time as a religionist, as a philosopher, to look into the prolific theories that is built up into this Biblia Accra of 600 years old. Try to study and decipher the people that are really concerned in this. And I discover that these people is a special people of the black race, whose informations, whose God, activity, dealings, and the biographical history of their existence is found right in this very Biblia Accra of the Book of the Law, or the Biblia Acronum of the Wisdom of God. This is where we are. In the reconciling or reconciliation process or activities of the Eastern youth, we will be looking into how we have been deceived by this word called the Bible. The problem we have today is this Bible, because the political ambition of which this Bible is being put together by the Arab community and the Egypt is what is killing and destroying the world peace of today. And that insignia of evil is what we want to unravel in this generation and seal it forever, never to come up again to torment the children of men. This is who we are. And that is the elaborate calling that the Father has placed on our shoulder, to see that we push until it is done. We are going to look into theology. We are going to look into the doctrines. We are going to look into the principles. We are going to look into the theories. We will understand that the book is only an information database of confirmation that there is a being who is higher above every other being, and there is a being invincible in nature, and there is a being readily available upon the proper act of calling, and he will respond. We have confirmed that from this archive. But the question is, Why is this archive placed in deceitful manner? Because of politics. Because of politics. That is why the kingdom of Biafra is going to be the one and only government of the world that can never be broken. Sometimes we might not understand what we are trying to project before you, but we want you to know that a people have been existing before the era of multiplication in the land of Egypt. These people were existing, their religion was there, their gospel was there, who they are was there, even before the manifestation of the God before Moses in the Mount Sinai. These same people received their own religion, their own culture, as strange as it is to them, because they have 600 century old left it behind for slavery in the land of Egypt. So what we will ask is, where is Egypt located today? And where did the Bible supposedly direct the journey of Joseph from? The only person that ever history have told was ever sold or will ever be bought because of its strength, because of its wisdom, because of his ability to do things, is only Igbo man. So Joseph was an Igbo man, because there is no history of any Arab man being sold to slavery. In fact, the Arab community is the extension of Egypt. Pakistan, whatever, they are all an extension of Egypt. And now we know that in those hemispheres, there is no one in that direction who went on slavery in the land of Egypt. Then the only compass of such movement is directed towards the meridian, is directed towards the coast. If you are a good Bible scholar who wants to understand these informations. So, it is time that we begin to break these informations as they were given to its proper channel, so that we can be able to understand what we are doing and who we are doing it for. The question is, for this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. That is what the scripture said. Have we known the scripture that even if Moses walked with all the great accomplishments, he is not in the picture of the plan of salvation? Don't you think that language needs small amendments? I want us to look into what gifts can someone who has subjected you into slavery, what gift do you think he can give you that will be that is good? If this Jesus Christ and this Bible that this Western world gave us is the key to this God, do you really believe they will give it to us? Do you believe they will give it to us? Now let me shock you. They have nothing to offer. They believe that without them we have no education. But our fathers wrote what they stole to arrive at this. So they were not learned than our fathers. They were not knowledgeable than our fathers. Let me shock you with one revelation. There is this signage going around in all the secret courts about an attire called apron. An apron. This apron is derived from the ancient court of the elders in the history of Biafra land, called Ndi Egede na Ndi Okpo, whose there is a court of only elders. They will come with the apron white, or with apron white, and their towel white, according to their rank, either by the left shoulder or by the right shoulder, or across the shoulder, depending on the rank or position that the elder occupy in the court. the lotus order. The lotus order. Either the lotus order or the white order of the elders. They wear this apron. And then these signs and symbols that the Church of Jesus Christ and the Masonry display becomes their act of communication in the building of life. I stumbled into these records. Did you know that the conquest of King Arthur and that of the Maccabean mercenaries were to collect all revelations, record, antiquities of Africa? It was gathered. They invaded kingdoms, they invaded places, mountains, and gathered all these secret treasures. And then decipher out of the scrolls of our fathers. They kept no record. The white man knows nothing. It was out of what our fathers kept that they did what they are doing today. And for us not to know, they denied us that access. Because when they know if I have access to it, we will activate it more than what our fathers did. They denied us that access, and then make us to seek it as a knowledge. It becomes an avenue of sucking our blood. You have to go and get the knowledge now, so he will suck you. You will labor throughout our life trying to acquire knowledge of the white man. But that is what our parents, our forefathers sat down and with a twinkle of an eye do at a place. Now, knowledge of our fathers does not exist. We do know about them. It is only the knowledge of the white man that they brought before us. And you, the black man there, is happy, jumping all over around the world. Are you not a fool? Are you not stupid? It's time we begin to identify our relationship and who we are in the environment and approach it in the same manner. Then we can be able to bring peace to the world. This same ngolongolo that my fathers use at the court of the elders is what I am being deceived today as a power in the secret whatsoever nonsense they call court in the church. Apron becomes a sacred duty. But that was what my fathers used, called ngolongolo. It was evil. It was evil with my great-grand and my lineage, but it is not evil in the white man church. Ngolongolo. The apron is not evil in the white man temple, but it is evil in the black man temple. Are you not supposed to use kuraso? What should be kuraso? You, that black man that does not want to know, you're supposed to be kuraso. What should be kuraso? That is what's supposed to be done to you, because you don't know yourself. We have so much been eaten up by this Western behavioral communication and character that we don't even remember what our gene is. We are lost completely. We are completely lost into the whim of the Western brouhaha. We are synced. We are gone. But I tell you, in this generation, because the time came, the generation of Israel rose up and said, this is who we are. The Israel of today, are they the Israel that went to slavery in Egypt? Is there any communication of Israel of today with Egypt? Go and check record. There's no such communication. So who are these Israel that left Egypt? Who are they? Scattered all over the world. Igbo man, black man, you are the one. There's no other person. But this is a truth that has been hidden. This is a truth that can never be told. But we tell it to you here in this platform. Because this is where we reveal truth. This is where we unveil truth. This is where we say the fact, the firm and the unshakable truth that will stand the test of time. Now let us look into the scriptures and try to understand, did Moses really accomplish his work? Why? He did accomplish his work. He was a great lawgiver. Did Christ really accomplish his work? Of course, Jesus Christ did accomplish his work. He was the man who atoned for the sins of the world. And the gift of resurrection was given by him, that the man will rise again one day. That is wonderful. But of what gift did Muhammad offer in the environment? Tell me the gift of Muhammad in the world. Killing, bloodshed, that is what Muhammad brought. Terrorism, terrorize community, no respect for women, kill them and take over their land. That is what Muhammad bring. So how do we, does God ever raise a messenger and send him to go and kill people and force them to accept religion? No, because he came here to my fathers. They taught him. I have told you this. Go into the Arabian activity of Islamic, whatever ritual in the religion. It's the culture of Igbo man. It's just the culture of the East. So he enforced it on the people. And because he has found a way, he feels is a way to God, he has to enforce it to everybody. Does God force you to come and accept him? You see, it is time we spell off these evil activities. So if a religion of that kind is allowed to exist and even take over government of people, look at what they are doing in Nigeria today. They took over the government and all of them is every other tribe are useless. There's no other people in Nigeria, only them. Because you see how greedy they are. Yet they claim that they worship God. Yet every hour they go to pray. Tribalism is at their finger. Nepotism is in their lips. Destruction is what they sleep with. Their eyes is full of blood. And yet they are in the government. Yet they are calling God. Is it not time we separate from these people and find our way and worship our God the way he wants us to worship him? So that the gift, we can practice the gift of God in our hands. Does it mean man cannot build a car? Does it mean the East here cannot build a plane? When we have all the mineral resources beneath our feet and we cannot do anything with it, we only pack them and go and give them out there to produce and bring back to us. Is that why we are here? And then they say we don't have the knowledge. But our fathers have this gift under beneath their feet. Yet they don't have knowledge. Do you want me to believe that? Did you want me to believe what that means? It is not true. Our fathers has all it takes. And they built it. But these men killed everybody, took over the technology, and never wish to return it back to today. They wish to keep us in slavery. They wish to subject us till the end of time. I want every youth out there to shake off the shackles of slavery. Shake it off, I you. Shake off that shackle of slavery from your body. And let us go forward and deliver ourselves from the dungeon of the evil. Because we are sinking. We are going gradually. Bloodshed everywhere. They worship God. They claim they are for God. But they are terminating the commandment of God. Go ye into all the world and multiply. And replenish the earth. Replenish the earth. Why are you extincting a particular tribe in the name that you are calling God? It is enough. Tell them enough is enough. We want to detach from this useless and nonsense nowhere called government that we are into. This environment has been misplaced and mismanaged and misused because of the quest of possessing material things. We are being doomed for the mere material, just mere material thing. We are being doomed. And such a person tells you that God sent him, and you believe him. You believe such a person that God sent him? No, now. It is time we stop lying with this God and do the right thing. It is time we stop lying with this God and do the right thing. Let us look into the record. The Rome brought us their own theory. They perfected the law of Moses and bring it to us. And they come in the way of church. What did the Rome do? Half of my community have been taken over by the Roman Catholic Church. Land, by force. Including economic trees. They have taken, our parents have no food. Not even land to farm. Roman Catholic have taken all. They want to build cathedral. They are building, not they finish. Every year they are building. And they cannot give you 1 naira to build. The money still comes from the pocket of the people. Hey, what a wickedness. And the glory returned to Rome. The Greeks came. They came with entertainment. They bring us all sorts of harlotry, clubbing and whatsoever kind of useless, the life our children are living today, damaging them, drug abuse and whatever. The Greeks brought it to us. I'm not talking about the Europe that brought us into slavery and taught us Babylon way. Today, we are suffering the slavery of the America. America is killing us gradually. The condition of Nigeria today is the handwork of America and the British murderer. These are the people that have subjected you and I into this misery that we are into. And yet they tell you that they are God's own people. Is it not time you wake up? America has come with their own church. The Church of Jesus Christ claims that the God have sent them. We believe, I'm a member, I proclaim the gospel. But members are dying. They are busy buying lands of 50 million, 100 million. But a member cannot access 10,000 naira freely to assist himself. But they will buy land, they will buy the whole of their village and pay cash. And you say they are rich. You come for the money. They have shown you money. You rush and come. Africa, that is where all of it is going to sink now. Because the church get money, let's go there. Everybody, just like only pig who they so now. Now don't know your goats. They are all goats. We are all their goats. So when they bring the green leaf, flash it for our face. Hey! All of us follow that direction. Only punigu. Okay, so the same pattern our politicians have adopted to do the green leaf for our face like this, we don't follow them. When will we come out of this nonsense? When will we grow out of this rubbish? When will we establish the state properly so that we can live like men and not like animals? Man, the car used to call a black man animal. I think he's correct. We are animals, we don't reason. We pick this. Everybody believed in this Bible. They know it all. But yet, we are all stupid. We know the Bible, we are stupid. A man who supposedly say he is a PhD holder told me Genesis, the first 5 books of the Bible is the book of Moses. I think his PhD is rubbish. He didn't go to school. He didn't know this. He did not understand the history. He didn't know the difference between autograph and biograph. He does not know, but he's a PhD holder. He couldn't know the difference between autograph and biograph. I want to testify to you that Moses never wrote any nonsense inside this book or Bible. He never wrote anything. Some men, out of their own will, wrote a history of these people. So if you want to know what Moses did, or want to hear from Moses himself, find his book. His book is not in this Bible, but Moses' story is in this Bible, in Exodus. They told his story. Abraham's story is here. Abraham's book is not here. So if you want to know what Abraham did and his work, find Abraham's book. So it is to other prophets. You see this storyteller here, it's just a tale. By this, you will always be lost into the will of the white man and the Arab supremacists. You know the Arab are their mercenaries, they have been always using to wipe us. Gandoki, try to think about Gandoki. That Gandoki story I told you. Is this man in the north that came here and invaded us. Usman Danfodio, that is Gandoki story. Those that read primary, Macmillan, 82, 83, 84, 85, Macmillan, where are they? Think back. That is Usman Danfodio story, is what they put in Gandoki, Graham Gandoki. So that Gandoki is Usman Danfodio. Who came here with his religion to wipe us out? That's how the North came to exist. But the same people are in our government showing us shit. And we cannot get up and say, we are a people. I want to stand like same. It's coming. The day is coming when it's going to burn like an oven. It is coming. It is fast approaching when it will burn like an oven. And until that day, I rest my case. I want you out there, a youth, to begin to think of a way forward towards a unified system of governance. Nigeria is not one, and we can never be one. Nigeria can never be good. Even if my mother is elected as Mr. President today or Miss President today, Nigeria can never be good. Nigeria has been established as a looting ground, both for the British and for the Americans, All our dollars is in the American continent there, where our criminals have looted them. America receive all this money, and yet they are telling us about money laundering. Are they not criminals? Yet they are talking about money laundering. When all these criminals have 300, 500, 800 trillion dollars in account over there offshore, and America has it to improve the economy, and they come here and tell you and I money laundering. It's American government, not the criminal government. They are criminals. They are criminals. They are not just telling us the truth. They are using our money, bettering the economy, and they come and turn around, begin to preach to us money laundering. The Institute of Financial whatever law here and there all over the world. But our money is running in trillions in their economy without any trace. America has a lot to pay. I think we will sum up those money and tell how many percent of them they will add and return it. I don't think if those money are returned here, Nigeria will remain the same. We cannot say we don't have money. These monies are out there in American purse, in dollars. America has this money there. This money are out there in European purse, in pounds, in the British purse. All the investment of Nigerians are there in the British. In fact, the British beat Nigeria. Yet, they are telling us money laundering when the money is all in their country. The same thing they bring to you and I with the Bible. They tell us about Jesus Christ and the heaven when they are busy eating and enjoying here. You and I hope for another enjoyment somewhere. When will we get up and begin to think? What is the essence of our school? Africa, I am asking you, why are you educated? What is the essence of the knowledge you carry? Is it to go for employment that you might have a work and feed? Or now food you come to chop? No. I think it's time we begin to think about what concerns us as a woman. It's time we begin to think about how we, the right that we have as human beings to exist. Not because of the minerals beneath our feet, but because of the man standing upon the earth. We need to think. We need to think. And the time is now. Now is that time to act. It's enough. It's enough. Enough is enough. So let us act fast and put things together. That is why the Eastern Youth Network is there. It's time to act. It's time to be on the street. PVC is not the answer. Listen, what we are suffering now is what Goodluck Ebele Jonathan government created. What the problem Buhari government create has not come. It is coming to fall on whomsoever will take power. Whether it's Obio, whether it's Atiku, whomsoever is coming to inherit these problems, and his own problem that he's going to create will come from another. So when will the Nigeria be good? Whether Peter Obio, whether Atiku, whether Jagabanu, or Atinubu, all these men are not men for Nigeria. And not because I'm an Igbo man, I jump on Obi and say he's the best candidate. Let me tell you, as soon as I'm a youth, Obi is only going there to carry problems. Obi is only going there to carry problems. Obi should go and interview Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Obi is not going there to decide for you and I. Obi is going there for the interest of the people that put him there, not you and I. Our vote doesn't count. Our vote does not count. The PVCs are the ones under gutter. Who voted for them? Those are the PVCs they used to unseat Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Numbers can rocket to something else. They were all found in thousands and in millions under drainage. Who kept them there? Now, the ones that they are going to use to unseat Buhari, the ones we saw now are the ones they used to unseat Goodluck by Buhari. Millions of PVT voters can find under drainage. Who packed them? But those names are running in our database. They are ghosts. So tell me how the PVC counts. Look at the election of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan that enthroned Buhari. Look at how the numbers is calculated from the north. Go back to the database. Those men that we are put as number that voted never voted. So how will our PVC count when we have more than 2 to 30 to 60 million ghost PVCs out there? So who is voting these things? Nigerians, wake up. Africa, wake up. Let us stop this rubbish. Wake up and let us do it right. PVC is not the answer. The answer is jump out there in the street for your freedom. Both man and woman, boy and girl, both old and young, jump out there on the street on a massive revolution for your freedom from this white hardlock headed evil men of the West, or else we will continue to ramble. How many years Nigeria cannot solve power problem? How many years today Nigeria cannot solve water problem? Tomorrow, all of us will have light individually as we have borehole individually in our homes. That is how we will go to have light individually one day. Then what is the work of this government? The revenue we are gathering, where is it? The roads are not being built. We have no social amenity. We have nothing. Then where is this money? All are in American purse. Yet they say we are owing. Are they not criminals? It's time we wake up. I will rest my case. Subscribe with us, Eastern Youth Network. Follow us. Give us your opinion. The reason why Biafra should not be exited from Nigeria. Tell me, I want to know. Tell me why I should have my liberty, I want to know. Tell me why I should be killed because I want to go home. Tell me why Pharaoh should say Israel should not leave Egypt. They should remain there forever. Tell me why. Why? Because if I am not there, you cannot build. And you don't allow me to build my own. I should remain building for you. Don't you know it's time I should go home and take care of myself? Even Jacob served his serve finished and said, it's time for me to go home and establish my home. It is time for Biafrans to go home and establish their home and build themselves according to that which God has made them to be. This I know to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I wish you well. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.